Hey guys, Eric here. Welcome back to another video. I'm just gonna go off the riff on this one. Um, I'm recording this at 3 a.m. and I worked my job earlier for Black Friday. Insane as day, but what really helped me power through was the announcement that the Chicago Bears finally fired Matt Eberflus. Like, I cannot stress this enough. The whole goddamn city was celebrating this. He is probably one of, if not the worst head coach in Chicago Bears history, and maybe one of the worst coaches in NFL history. I believe there were 220 something head coaches who had games decided by, one possession. And Matt Eberflus was like ranked the 220th or 221st. Like, it was something insane. Like, the type of shit we had to deal with as Bears fans this past month, our will and dedication for this fucking franchise cannot be understated. The fact that we still show up to games and we will still continue supporting this team despite the type of fucking atrocities we witnessed under Matt Eberflus. Man, like, Kevin Warren, the fact that he had to come out and say that we deserve better, even though, yes, that's plainly obvious, bro. It pisses me off that Ryan Poles, all right, Ryan Poles, like, you are not free from this shit. You kept this guy for another year, and I've heard rumors that there were guys in the building like Kevin Warren, like Ian Cunningham, who wanted this guy fired last year before you drafted Caleb, and like you said, nah, you want to keep this piece of shit, and look at how it blew up in your face, and like this could get me on a whole other tangent about all the negative things Ryan Poles has done. Like, he's had a lot of bust. Obviously, Chase Claypool, Nate Davis, just to name a few. But he did get us the Carolina trade, I guess. But, this next decision, whoever the next head coach is, he needs to get this right. Because if he fucks up again, like, I don't want to be here again next year talking about we should have done this, we should have done that. Because this season, I mean, I came into it with expectations that it was going to be a development year, right? It was going to be Caleb Williams struggling. But, I mean, we've seen that, right? We've seen him struggle. But his improvement, how much he's grown despite everything, despite how dysfunctional this team is, Caleb Williams has been shining. And he has given us wins on a silver platter. But coaching finds a way to just cut off any and all, like, the momentum, the gas that he has. It's if it wasn't the fucking Fail Mary with the Commanders, if it wasn't the blowout with the Cardinals, the blowout to the fucking Patriots, if it wasn't the blocked field goal with the fucking Packers, the overtime loss of the Vikings, and then now the lack of a timeout, and then the waste of a timeout with that challenge. Matt Eberflus, man. Oh man, I'm just glad it's over, dude. Like, the smile that was on my face when I got that notification, like, I almost damn near cried on the train going downtown. Like, listen, I really enjoy Thomas Brown as a personality. I like his aura. I don't know how he's gonna do now as a head coach, especially being thrown into the position like he has been. Because a few weeks ago, he was just the passing coach, and then he became our OC because Shane Waldron was also, a piece of shit and couldn't show the bare minimum. Common thread of Matt Eberflus, too. And now he's our head coach. What I'm wondering now is, can he be a leader of men? I know he's really set a fire under that offense, and they play like they try. And now he has to do the same with that defense. Even though Eric Washington will be doing the defensive play calling, they need to get these guys playing again with heart and passion. Because, as much as I love this roster and I still believe in these guys, they have not been playing like they want it anymore. They have, ever since the coaches lost the locker room, you just see it on the on-field product. And God, I mean, say what you will. When we had nobodies back in 2022, we had wide receiver fives, we had fucking practice squad guys. Those guys played like they fucking wanted it. And now we have these big name DBs. We have actual ball hawks, you know. We have some depth, even though, you know, we have a shitty fucking O line. You know, there's a lot of injuries too, don't get me wrong. But man, it's just like the effort isn't there, and I need the coaching to just get these guys together again and just see what we can do. Obviously, you know, those losses, those were fucking devastating. I can only imagine what that does to a player. And I'm saying this as a fan. I know, like, I don't control these wins and losses, right? I just watch, right? I can only imagine how it feels as a player when you feel like you didn't do enough, when you feel like, you know, this is on me, this is on us. Well, obviously, with the past week, I mean, we already know as fans, we've seen who these losses can be blamed on, even though it's not inherently all the coaching's fault, even though it mostly is. Obviously, there are some problems. Like I mentioned, the O line. You know, Caleb Williams, as great as he sometimes holds onto that ball way too long. He does have some, accuracy issues when it comes, you know, downfield. And then with the defense, you know, our run defense isn't that great. You know, people like to cook us. I mean, I was expecting that with David Montgomery, you know, Jahmyr Gibbs, and we saw it with Jordan Addison, right? It's just like there's issues there, but man, whew, I just hope now with 5 games left, you know, we're facing a 49ers team that's banged up. Brock Purdy is just coming back from injury. They don't have Nick Bosa, right? Let's see what we can do here. This is a good opportunity for Thomas Brown to really make a change with this team. And do I expect him to be a head coach going into next season? Probably not. There are way better options than Thomas Brown in terms of just like their resume and what they can offer to the team. But this is a good chance for Thomas Brown with these 5 games left to at least be in the conversation when Ryan Poles, Kevin Warren, George McCaskey, whoever the fuck, right, decides who the next head coach is going to be. He will at least be in that conversation if you can not only get wins against San Francisco, you know, Seattle, but if he can win the divisional games with the Packers, the Vikings, and the Lions, like, this guy could definitely make a strong case as to why he could be a head coach. If not for the Chicago Bears, just in this league. So I'm really excited for that. You know, it just sucks. You know, I know this team. You know, if we just turned those one possession games around, we are a playoff team, and that hurts. I don't know how many of these guys are going to be around next season. I know we have a good bit of them, a lot of key pieces. Like, it's gonna suck. You know, probably losing Keenan Allen. We're probably gonna lose some defensive pieces, but it's all right. You know, I think the Bears, you know, historically have always had really good defenses. You know, defense wasn't really an issue. It's just, you know, effort. I think our next head coach definitely needs to be offensive minded. I know Thomas Brown is an offensive minded coach because obviously he's our OC and then now our head coach. So we'll see how that plays out. I want guys to really start working on that offense and bring the Bears into the 21st century. And hopefully next season we can just get this right because this needs to be right. You cannot keep this cycle going. Like, it's not only just with the past 3 quarterbacks, you know, with Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Mitch Trubisky, where you bring in new quarterback, you fire off the Percocet. I don't know what happened there. When you bring in a new quarterback, you then fire the head coach, then you bring in another head coach, and then the quarterback then suffers from that, having to learn that new system. It's just the cycle cannot continue. You did it not only like with those three guys, right? This goes all the way back to just Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler. The same shit happened to them too. Like, at what point does it stop? Obviously, it starts at the top, right? It's George McCaskey. It's fucking whatever the fuck, Virginia McCaskey. Those two. Those guys just don't know how to run this team. And I think, that's a good starting point there, just selling the whole damn thing. But we just got to figure this out, man. I was not expecting this season to make a video like this, to go on a fucking tangent, another rant. I thought we saw the worst of it, fucking Luke Getsy, huh? And I wanted Matt Eberflus fired last season. And I mean, when they decided to keep him, I didn't like that, but I understood. Not really understood, but I bought into it. Because I was like, at least he could run a good defense, right? That's what I coped with. And now that the defense is no longer wanting to play for him, it's just like, what else does he offer, right? That was his only saving grace. He was just like dog shit anyway. But it was like, at least he can run a defense. But no, the defense doesn't want to do shit anymore. So it's like, well, at least now, historically, how bad this was at the Bears, who never fire a coach mid-season, decided to do it now. They finally decided, let's fucking rip this Band-Aid off. This was a absolute bust. So, listen, despite all the dog shit, all the heartbreak this season, I'm still looking forward to this Niners game. I think we still have a chance. I'm actually kind of excited to see what Thomas Brown can bring. But we'll see how this goes. For all I know, those 4 wins we've gotten are going to be the only wins we get this season. But hey, if we get a good draft pick, I definitely want Will Campbell. We need to work on that O-line. We need to work on the trenches. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for hopefully listening to my rant. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. And also, wait, before I end this video, I just want to mention too that my friend Daniel and I and my brother, we went to AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday, and we actually brought a Fire Matt Eberflus sign, and it got confiscated by security, unfortunately. I would have loved to have had it on TV. We actually had some really good seats, but unfortunately, that got taken away. But it was for something so small. Like, the security guards, a few of them were Bears fans, and they understood, and they actually liked the sign, but they confiscated it because of just the word fire. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we could have put anything else in there, and it would have been fine. I guess they also kind of had a little bit of a problem with, because I'll show you a picture of the sign. It had the whole list of every single loss under Eberflus. I guess they didn't like that either because it wasn't too positive. But man, imagine if that was on TV. Because I know recently there's a guy on Raw who had a Fire Matt Eberflus sign and a Fire Ryan Poles sign. Which, if Ryan Poles fucks this next higher up, yeah, fucking get Ryan Poles out of this building, bro. I do not give a fuck. but yeah, fuck, man.
Now it's at the point where I walk up to him and I go, you can't tell me you didn't do that on purpose, because you've done it so many times now. You either tell me right now you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you did it on purpose.
And I'm confident that I'll be working onto San Francisco and getting ready for that. Like I said, I'm just going to be working on finishing up this game, doing a good job of evaluating that, our after action report like we always do, and then I'll be working into San Francisco.